I grew up in Chicago, Illinois. My dad was from the south side of Chicago. My mom was from a suburb called Park Forest. And I have a younger brother. And we all grew up downtown Chicago. So there was an interesting influence from both parents because my dad is the Marine and my mom was a flight attendant for TWA. And I think seeing America from the outside made them better Americans, probably is the best way to say it. And that love of America got passed down to us. I had always wanted to write ever since I was a little boy. And in fact, I had worked in college and saved up money so that I could go overseas. I was going to do something no writer had ever done before. I was going to move to Paris and write my first novel. And I did go to Paris, and I got a couple of chapters into my first thriller ever. I didn't know what kind of a book I was going to write, but I got into the third chapter, then started getting into the fourth chapter, and that little voice that we all have inside of us started taking over. What if I don't finish the book? Or what if I do finish it and nobody likes it? And I ended up taking my laptop, shipping it back home, and using all that money that I had saved to live and write my book to travel around Europe, and I ended up coming up with an idea for a travel series. Long story short, it got made. We did 23 episodes, but it was funny to do that TV show. What that was avoidance behavior. I was running away from what I truly wanted to do for a career. There was an absolute learning curve when it came to me and firearms. So when I wrote my first book, I talked about the smell of cordite. I talked about a clip instead of a magazine. But what ended up happening was my wife is a physician, and she had a chance to work with the U.S. ski team to be one of their doctors as part of moving to Utah. And I fell in love with it out there. And one of the neat things that I got exposed to in Utah was gun culture. So everybody that I was meeting was not only a firearm owner, but an enthusiast. And what was so cool was there was a young woman that my wife worked with, and her husband was the first person I ever met with a concealed carry permit. And we were at a party for their medical clinic, and he told me he had a concealed carry, and I said, wow, do you have your weapon with you right now? And he said, yeah. And I said, I don't want to be a bad guy, but you know, can I see it? And he said, well, let's go out to the garage. I don't want to draw a lot of attention. Ejected the magazine, cleared the chamber, showed me that it was safe. I was hooked. I wanted to own firearms, and I also wanted to be like those people where I had the confidence and the knowledge in the firearms that I owned that I could share that love with other people. And so that's where it all started for me.